walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the void.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void
Horror Podcast.
That's right, we're back for a new week. It's Monday, motherfuckers! Yeah, we got a new full moon roulette this week, so we're going to be doing our pick from last week that we spun for, and we have a new toy, new fun little BTV toy. We got a...
Horror.
So we'll be spinning that at the end of our full moon roulette, but we'll also be doing our, horror shots in there, news, and all the fun stuff that we can do. How you been?
Good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Anything fun, interesting, new?
No.
No bodies?
No.
No bodies?
No bodies, no problems. No, not yet. Hopefully soon. It'll be cool. Dead stuff.
Dead stuff?
Dead stuff.
You haven't, gone out and just, killed animals for no reason?
I don't do that, Alex.
Okay.
We'll be people over animals.
Have you watched Ozark yet?
Not yet.
No, okay.
It's in my list.
Yeah, that's what we all say.
I know. I have a lot of shit in my list.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Really
sure
long.
there's crap movies.
Scheduled times.
Yeah, dude. I don't even really... It's like when we watch movies, those are the movies I really take the time out for. Because it's not just like watching a movie. It's like watching a movie and then cyber stalking everybody.
Basically.
To pretty much figure out everything. But no, yeah. So it's like, I don't really get to watch any of the movies that I normally would want to watch. So it's like, I go, oh, we watch Rutger Hauer, right? So now I want to watch Deadlock, Wedlock. I want to watch, everybody's talking about this other movie that he did that they brought up, and I'm like, oh shit, I want to watch that shit too. Mm-hmm. So now I got to figure out time when I can do that, but there isn't any, just like you.
There isn't any.
There's no time.
There's no time.
There's not fucking time.
I sacrifice sleep.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
But it's a good thing that we're going to be doing this Thursday, and coincidentally enough, we picked two movies that we're going to be talking about. We don't really know the name of it yet, but we'll figure it out. But we're going to be talking about In the Mouth of Madness and Brittany's favorite,
Event Horizon.
Booyah. So two movies with Sam Neill. What in the Sam Neill is going on
What
here?
in the Sam Neill hell?
Maybe we'll call it that. What in the Sam Neill?
That's pretty great, actually. I like it.
What in the Sam hell is going on around here?
He's our common denominator for both movies. So.
He's so great. I don't know. I really liked him both these movies. He's really good in everything I've seen him in. I don't know. I haven't seen everything he's done. But.
I haven't seen everything he's done either, but...
But yeah, guys, we'll be watching that on Thursday, so you're going to want to stick around this week for Thursday's episode where we do our flesh and potatoes. But yeah, we got, I think it might be that time, Brittany.
Is it that time?
Oh, shit.
Right now? I'm ready.
Wait,
Are you ready?
Wait. Hold the phone. We forgot the Sambuc.
God, fucking... We did this last time. Oh, God, you're gonna.
Does it wake you up?
You're gonna make me do Italian shots, and then we're gonna do.
Hey, Montebella!
I speak Italian.
Hey!
I got a mustache. Hey.
Hey, put the licorice in your butt.
I just sound like Fonzie, so it's. Hey. Mustache, you a question?
Honestly, with everything that's going on, and I won't bring up details, but this past week has been fucking insane. Mm-hmm. Everywhere.
It's Mercury retrograde.
Dude,
At least that's what my coworker tells me.
Cheers to a better fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Bop in the boopy.
Hey, bop in the boopy.
Hey.
All right. That's what it feels like.
Pretty much.
I almost made myself throw up just by pretending. Now that we've gotten that shot out of the way.
Is it out of the way?
I think it might be that time, Brittany.
Oh, fuck you.
Horse shot!
All right, guys, so we are back for the horror shots today in the pregame for Thursday's episode, as always. Now, hang around because you're going to get fucking wasted with us. So last week, we didn't get anybody that actually did the shot with us, but we're still going to tell you just this amazing shot that we came up with for Thursday's episode. As we already mentioned, we're going to be doing In the Mouth of Madness and Event Horizon, both Sam Neill movies. So we figured these movies kind of break through dimensions and different worlds, so they there's like some sort of rift that they pass through, and there's like a meta thing in the Mouth of Madness. So we were like, we should do something where it's like a shot within a shot.
Yeah, 'cause it's like a dream within a dream within a dream, or a reality within. Is it a reality? So of course it fits well to do a shot within a shot, within a shot.
So what if we just call it Liberate, tutemet, ex inferis?
Save yourself from hell?
Yes. Let's do this, motherfuckers!
Yeah!
So it's like life in a layer of hell, also in the Mouth of Madness, 2 layers. You'll figure it out.
Perfect.
So, guys, if you want to make this shot, it's really fucking simple. Well, it's not exactly simple.
Is it, though?
Is it,
Is
though?
it, though?
All right, so what I got here is a can of Genos.
Genos. Are we going to try and say everything in Latin?
So,
Pretty sure it wouldn't be Genos.
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 Ex furnace, infernus.
Ex furnace and a Genase.
All right, so we're filling up a cup to about halfway with Guinness, okay? Now, this is a Boilermaker car bomb
Shit
hybrid.
Stick fucking shenaniganza. Yeah.
You take your Guinness Drought or Stout, pretty much, and pour that into 2 cups, halfway. Then we're going to take Captain Morgan's Spiced Original Rum. We're going to take 1 full shot and pour it in like a Boilermaker into the Guinness, okay? For each of the drinks.
Just FYM, fuck your mother. This is a...
Hey, we're going to hell, dude.
This is not a shot. This is a drink.
On the side... Now, here's the extra little,
Hey.
bad idea.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you read Sutter Kane?
Yes. I drink it. Oh, no.
I drink Sutter Kane's
Sutter
dick.
Home.
Sorry.
Actually, so we got some Sutter Home Merlot. We're reaching on this one, guys, but I had to put something in there that said Sutter.
He literally was in the store and was like, hey, should we get some Sutter Home?
Do you drink Sutter Home?
Do you drink Sutter Home? And I'm like, oh my God, just buy it.
So we're going to take some Sutter Home Merlot, and we're just going to do a little dab in each. And that's kind of like red like blood or whatever you want to call it, but it's... Do you read Sutter Kane from In the Mouth of Madness, which is one of the famous quotes. Now we also have Jameson.
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Irish whiskey.
Whiskey!
We're going to pour a full shot into 2 glass shot glasses. Okay. Now we're going to take these shots. We already have our Boilermaker just sitting here waiting for us.
Sweet Jesus. I'm so glad we're not filming this one.
No, you take this. Now, we're not going to drop this in until we say Liberate, tutemet, ex inferis. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Liberate, tutemet, ex inferis.
Drop it.
Oh, God.
It's not too bad. I finished it.
I can't open my throat as wide as you.
Well, I'm pretty good at sucking dick.
So am I.
I don't know.
Hey.
Like, literally, I don't know.
You don't. This actually is pretty good.
It's not bad. I mean, I can taste a little bit of Merlot kick in there. That's the Sutter Kane.
The Sutter Kane was a bad touch.
Yeah, a little Sutter Home.
Oh.
It's not too bad.
It's really not. I don't hate it.
It's not horrible. It's not great. But yeah, guys, so if you want to figure out how to take this shot, or if you actually want to do a video and take a shot of this where the Boilermaker / car bomb of Liberate, tutemet, ex inferis, and we'll put it on there so that you can say it.
I feel like this is probably the most daring shot
we've done yet. Just me and you. Yeah, but that's what we do here.
Mm-hmm. We do. Sometimes we test the levels of our alcoholism,
right? For
you, the people. So you're welcome.
But yeah, guys, if you want to check that out, you can go to longlivethevoid.com and check out our horror shots section right now.
Right now.
Yeah, do it. Everybody's doing it, kid. Your first one's free.
Free 99.
But that's it for that's it for horror shots.
Horror shots?
Oh my God, Brittany, do you see that over there?
Over where?
That fucking brontosaurus right there.
I see it.
Oh my fucking God, it's the fucking news. Holy shit. What the fuck?
It's the fucking news! Here is the fucking news.
All right, guys, we're back for the news, and we did it Sam Neill style, straight from Jurassic Park's asshole. Mm-hmm. So be proud, be thankful, because that's what we do. Brittany was scared to do it again because we'd done it before, but fuck yeah.
It was much better this time.
I think so.
Much more appropriate.
Well, yeah, because I actually sang the words right this time.
You did. You absolutely
You were
did.
right the first time.
I was.
I did it wrong.
I've watched that clip like 8 million fucking times, let me tell you. So I'm like,
But we got some pretty cool fucking news this week. I'm going to try to go through it the best I can. I think we have like 5 or 6 little fucking things that we could talk about this week. First of all, apparently The Simpsons' latest Halloween episode, it's a special, of course, gets the most awesome horror legend to cameo. And it's going to make your head spin.
Can I guess?
I mean, when you say head spin, like it's pretty good giveaway. Go ahead.
What are you talking about? Wait, when we said headspin, now it makes me think Exorcist.
Well, they're doing their old school, annual Treehouse of Horror special this year.
But are we going like Exorcist Linda Blair?
I think so, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy balls!
Well, for 27 years now, Simpson has paid tribute to the classic themes and films of the horror genre, and this year's Treehouse of Horror happens to be the coolest homage yet. So they say on digitalspy.com. According to the TV line, The Exorcist director William Friedkin is lending his voice to Treehouse of Horror as a mysterious doctor called Kenneth Humphreys in a chapter called Homer. Dr. Humphreys will arrive in Springfield as Homer starts eating himself when he runs out of food while Marge and the kids are out of town. Can he cure Homer's appetite, or does he have something up his sleeve?
It's so excellent.
Says here in another episode, or another fun nod to The Exorcist, the TV spinoffs Ben Daniels will also cameo in the separate chapter called Exorcists, as in sister. Suddenly, we're really worried for Maggie and Lisa. So be on the lookout for that Halloween special this year, Sunday, October 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I can read good.
Apparently it's on Sky One. Airs the show in the UK too for you UK friends.
The fucking Simpsons, like their Treehouse of Horror episodes are always fucking like incredible. So I don't even care. They always crack me the fuck up.
The one that I always remember, and I think is probably one of my favorite ones, is the fog the mist or the fog that turns people inside out.
Yes, yeah. I love that one.
And then I think it has it's the same one where he shoots Ned Flanders when it was a zombie holocaust. And like he was like, oh, he was a zombie?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why I shot him.
When I was growing up, like, I remember my parents and I watching that show, and it was kind of taboo a little bit, like, because they did some stuff. And it's crazy now because we got, like, Family Guy, and now we got Rick and Morty, and it's like, it's just amped up the fucking craziness. And fucking Rick and Morty is probably one of the best cartoon shows
Pickle
ever.
Rick!
Dude, Pickle Rick was fucking phenomenal.
I can't, dude. Like, my obsession with that show is out of this fucking world.
I don't know. If you don't like this show, like, just keep in mind, like, I understand that, like, Christina feels like it's a little too ADD for her. I'm like, baby, it's not. It's, like, really intelligent, like, in ways that no other show I've ever seen is intelligent, like, in how they think about these things. It's, like, really, it's pop culture, but it's, like, sub-pop culture mixed with like, I don't know. It's just really great. And
intelligence.
But it's interesting to know that it's gone from The Simpsons started it all.
Absolutely.
First of all, like they started it all. And then now we're at Rick and Morty pretty much, which is like the edgiest cartoon comedy out there.
Since Metalocalypse.
Well,
yes.
Those are pretty edgy too. And then there's like, what is it? Pickles the dog.
I love Pickles. Oh,
Christina
Jesus.
hates that show.
Are you serious? It's fantastic.
She hates it because it's like too fast.
It is very fast, but I love it because it's a perfect combination of like all of the kids. No, it's not kids. It's more adult themed cartoons that I always liked as a kid, mixed with Metalocalypse.
Sure.
And it's all put together in one fucking crazy like hodgepodge of shenanigans.
It's super fast.
I love it.
I agree. It's super fast. I can kind of follow along probably because I'm ADD.
Oh, I can follow along. I'm not ADD, but I can follow along all day. I love Mr. Pickles.
I don't mind it. I actually watched a little bit. Basically, Vash, if you're listening, motherfucker. Also, in some of the news here, Rob Zombie is going to be hosting 13 Nights of Halloween on HDNet Movies. Yes. It's exclusive here for Entertainment Weekly. But the director's going to introduce The Blob and The Last House on the Left, among other movies.
The original or the remake?
I don't know. It says here, how much does Rob Zombie know about movies? A terrifying amount.
A terrifying amount.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I feel like you might go to the original then.
It says that you'll discover this in October. By the way, guys, October is going to be one of the busiest months in horror that this year or the past 3 years has ever been.
Oh, for sure.
We've got... Well, first, I mean, the It thing is coming out in September, but in October we got Death Note, we got Stranger Things, there's like 2 or 3 other movies that are coming out around that time. So many different fucking amazing horror things that are going to be coming out, but this is one of them, Rob Zombie's 13 Nights of Halloween.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. Let me tell you. My fucking lady boner for Rob Zombie is like 18 fucking miles long. I can't even tell you.
And I bet you there's a man that we know that's probably got a man boner.
Mm-hmm. What up, Billy?
What's up, Hell Billy?
Hell Billy. I'm so stoked. I can't wait.
It says here that on each of the 13 nights leading up to Halloween, Zombie was going to introduce and share his thoughts on the horror films airing during the event. Those movies will include 1958's creature feature The Blob, Wes Craven's notorious 1972 shocker The Last House on the Left, 2009's Renee Zellweger's starring Case 39, which is actually a pretty good movie, and 2012's The Devil Inside. The full list of films will be revealed at a later date, but those are just a few of them. Rob Zombie's 13 Nights of Halloween premieres October 19th and will run until Halloween itself, October 35th.
I'm ready.
35th.
35th.
Because I'm raising a fist because hell yeah, whore.
Hell yeah, whore.
In some of my not least favorite news, but some people are, I make fun of the movie The Witch a lot.
You do.
It's just one of those things. I don't hate the director. I think he's a great director. But the director of The Witch and the actress of The Witch may reteam for a new reboot of Nosferatu. Yeah. But, I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense.
It does.
Like, his style is very, very much influenced by some of that, like, very slow pacing.
Absolutely.
So
no, I agree. I agree with your point on that. I don't
know how I feel about it, but if you're a fan of Robert Eggers and star Anya Taylor-Joy, they're the big ones right now because of their movie The Witch. She was also in Morgan and some other movie, and I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But so she may reteam to breathe a fresh new life into another story of Nosferatu. And I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, I'm personally not like partial to the 1922 German film.
Leave it alone.
I'm fine, like, with people redoing it. It's been since 1922.
We're
literally almost 100 years away.
I know. I wish they'd, like, stuff like that. I kind of feel like they should just leave it fucking be.
Maybe.
It's been so fucking long since it's been touched. It is a classic. If it's done right, it'll be done well. And it'll come across well. And it'll be well received.
Well,
so we'll see what happens, because The Witch wasn't so necessarily well received as people thought it was going to be.
Well, Stephen King had a huge man boner for it.
I liked it personally.
Did you?
I did, and Mouse loved it too. And I had a lot of I took some issues with it. I took some criticism with it, but I mean, I don't know. I still liked it.
My comparison that I always make now, which is the perfect description of how I felt, not necessarily what other people feel, just my personal opinion, is my parents were like, do you want to go to Disneyland? I bet you want to go to Disneyland. Do you want to go to Disneyland? They were like, we're going to go to fucking Disneyland right fucking now. And we got in the car and we all raced in there. We packed our sandwiches and egg salad sandwiches. We had our coffee and we even had some fucking fizzy pops or whatever the fuck it was. And we drove for like 20 minutes and I was like, holy shit, we're almost at fucking Disneyland. And they were like, all right, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Uncover your eyes. And it's a dirty, rusty swing in the middle of a fucking park. And I'm like, fuck Disneyland.
That's a pretty good analogy. It's pretty good.
That's what I feel like. I feel like it was a great build-up, but there was no payoff. I felt like someone was jerking me off for so long that I wasn't able to come. Like, it was like I got bored with my erection.
I felt that the first time I watched it.
Right.
And then I went back and I watched it with a little bit less of, like... pretentiousness.
What are you trying to say, Brittany?
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I felt like I let my brain feel it out a little bit slower.
In all fairness, I haven't watched it a second time because I was so upset with it. I'll give it a shot when I got like 4 hours of time to like load a gun and blow my brains out.
It's not that fucking bad.
I don't know.
Give it a second shot. Get yourself a nice drink before you watch it.
Well,
give it another chance. It's not as terrible as you portray it to be. Trust me, it's not.
Well, and if you guys do remember, Nosferatu was remade back in 1979 by Werner Herzog, and then there was the subject of the 2000 film Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe. Mm-hmm. And Eggers has been attached to this project since 2015, and he's always wanted Taylor-Joy to join as the star, which makes sense. I mean, she was a really good actor. She was very dedicated, but she became very busy after The Witch because of the success of it. So she starred in M. Night Shyamalan's Split, where she was like the captured girl. Mm-hmm. And then she's actually currently shooting, I should say, in the X-Men's film New Mutants, and will reprise her Split role in the movie Glass, which is the sequel to Unbreakable, which Split's kind of like somewhere in between. So,
I mean, I'm intrigued.
I am too. I'll give it a shot.
Yep.
I'm not jerking myself off about it, but whatever.
We'll give it a valiant horror shot.
And speaking of what was the convention we went to?
Mad Monster.
Mad Monster. We went, and none other than the lead actor in Gremlins, Zach Galligan.
Yes.
He was actually there, and I actually asked him what his thoughts are on the third movie in the franchise. And I was like, I've seen you talk about it online on Twitter. And he was like, really? Have I? And I was like, well, here's my card. If you'd ever, we do a segment called Grave Plots, and if you'd ever like to sit down with us and like make up the fucking plot for Gremlins 3,
oh, I was so tits.
I would be like honored. And he was like, oh, you're gonna pitch me right now, kind of attitude. And I was like, fuck, god damn it. I was trying to be as super cool.
Had me do it.
Maybe he was
bouncing around.
He was still really nice though.
Oh no, for sure.
But Gremlins 3, apparently, guys, already has a twisted and dark screenplay in the works. It's already been done. And for many of us who grew up in the 80s, obviously Gremlins is one of the biggest movies that we knew as a child. It was actually kind of scary for me when I grew up. A lot of people have had a huge, fondness for the first two movies, and the second Gremlins 2, the new batch. It had a lot of fans kind of on the fence on that movie, but personally, I think it's an amazing movie. I thought it was super creative. I loved the movie still. And while speaking to Slash Film, the original film screenwriter Chris Columbus revealed that he's actually written a script for a third movie in the Gremlins series, one that is said to be more in line with the original Joe Dante's movie from 1984 than with Zanier's sequel. Mm-hmm. It's that's what they call it. Columbus described the new screenplay as a twisted, and dark as anything, stated he wanted to go back to the really twisted sensibility of the first film. So, and when I talked to Zach Galligan, he was saying that the second film, it was up in the air whether they were going to do it in New York City or Las Vegas. So I'm kind of curious if they, because it would make sense to me if they went to Vegas.
Right.
It totally would. New York was cool, but Vegas, like that's a fucking Gremlins fucking playground right there, is it not?
It's everybody's playground.
The real question is, though, is Warner Brothers really that invested in making a third Gremlins film as opposed to making a reboot that just cashes in on the name? Personally, what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you think it's better to do a sequel or a reboot? Like, I don't want to like discredit anybody.
I don't know. I feel like going for the sequel is probably a little bit better.
I think so too.
In my opinion, than going for a reboot, because everybody tries to reboot everything and then they fuck everything up along the way and they completely disinterest all the fans that have been there from the beginning, and they always fuck shit up. So I don't know. I feel like a sequel is a better route to go.
I think so too. I think if they do a sequel and they do a lot of practical effects, which is important for the Gremlins franchise.
Yes.
Don't do fucking CGI, guys.
Please don't.
Like, I understand in the new batch, the second Gremlins, they had to do the like fucking electric bolt fucking gremlin. Mm-hmm. That's fine, but stick to practical effects.
So over the
If you're
overuse.
listening now, please do fucking practical effects, you fucking morons. Okay?
Everybody's fucking over the overuse of CGI. Move on.
It's like, we get it. It looks fake. We don't give a fuck.
We don't care. Like, fuck, man.
What do you guys think, though? Sound off in the comments if you got an opinion about this. Also, Don Mancini apparently has an idea for a crossover for Child's Play and a Nightmare on Elm Street idea.
Crossover?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me more.
I think it's interesting. Child's Play director and writer Don Mancini has recently guested on a recent episode of the horror podcast called Necronomicast.
Excellent.
And he
Sorry.
brought, I know it's a really good
So
name.
good.
I haven't listened to them, actually. But he brought up a rather interesting idea on how the series could cross over into the world of Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. And he posted, he says, quote, "My idea for the movie is to do it a horror version of The Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. It's called Child's Play on Elm Street. Chucky ends up in the bedroom of a house on Elm Street, and Freddy meets him there. And they're like fans of each other, so they have this rapport. But then they realize Elm Street isn't big enough for the two of them. It can only contain one killer." But Mancini's latest film, Cult of Chucky, which is to be coming out here in October. It's an October film, right?
I believe you're correct.
I'm pretty sure August, September. It's either September or October, but Chucky will be having its world premiere. It says on the channels, Horror Channel's 2017 Fright Fest in London. The film stars Fiona Dourif, Alex Vincent, but it's coming straight to DVD. But what do you guys think about that? Would you be interested in that kind of story about that, or?
No.
I don't know.
Personally, no. It sounds cheesy as fuck, and I'm not. I mean, I might watch it just to watch it.
Right.
But am I like super fucking psyched and pumped about it? Absolutely not.
Well, I went to go see the Monster Squad 30th anniversary, and I got to see the characters Rudy, Sean, and Phoebe, who's the little girl, and they were amazing. I had a lot of fun. They did a Q&A. They gave away a free poster with all their signatures on it. They even did free photo ops, free signatures of everything at the Alamo Draft House. So if you guys can find that out there, you should. But I've always felt like there should be a sequel to the Monster Squad. And I feel like if you're going to do the Monster Squad, they did the Universal Monsters thing first. Wouldn't it be cool if they did more modern monsters like Freddy, Jason? I mean, they probably
The
could
modern slashers.
Yeah, they could probably get away with Freddy and Jason because New Line owns them.
Easily.
But I don't know about Michael Myers and maybe Ash. Like, can you imagine if they all were in that movie? At least Freddy, Jason versus Ash, and it would be like a Monster Squad versus them.
What about Leatherface?
I think it would be amazing because...
Why are we forgetting Leatherface? Because he's one of the original slashers back from that fucking age.
True, but I'm just thinking logistically because of New Line owns the two big franchises.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So they may be able to do some sort of like offshoot of it, but they wouldn't be able to call him Leatherface. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And after meeting Andre Goyer, or I think is his name, the Sean
Goyer?
character No, it's just Goyer.
Sorry, I'm trying to be all
from
fancy
the
about it.
Monster Squad. He's really funny. Rudy, who plays the cool kid in Monster Squad, who smokes the cigarettes and makes the kid eat the candy bar that picks on Horace. That guy is really fucking cool. They have a podcast together, guys. So if you're ever interested, I'm trying to plug them a little bit because I actually did give them a listen. I really enjoyed it. They're called The Squad. It's called Squadcast with Andre and Ryan.
I love it.
Or Ryan and Andre.
It's cute.
That's what it's called.
Super cute.
But you can find that pretty much anywhere. But anyway, I just thought it'd be really interesting to think about that. Monster Squad doing an updated version.
That'd be cool as fuck.
They need to be older. I think it would be funny to play on their older selves. You know what I mean? A little bit. Although the character who played Horace apparently did pass away. They talked about that in the Q&A. He died at age 22 in like 1997.
Fuck.
From like a heart problem or something like that. They were really upset about it when they were talking about it. So, last bit of news, though, I'm going to go ahead and bring up. It's the third Jeepers Creepers, Touch Your Little Kids Creepers, opening in theaters next month. Bloody Disgusting reported this. They got word on it.
It's Child Diddler Hour.
Yeah, Child Diddlehead.
Diddlehead.
Anyway, if you guys already know, there's been a lot of like issues in the past about Jeepers Creepers, and guys, trust me, I love Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2.
They're so fun.
They are really great, but there's just that little voice in the back of my head while I'm watching it. I'm like, diddle, diddle,
Diddle, diddler, 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 diddler.
Yeah, I just keep hearing diddle, 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 and it just gets louder and louder like a demon inside of my fucking imagination. Mm-hmm. And then it just like makes me think of Clown House, where fucking Victor Salva fucking touched a little kid, and it was like he got off easy. So
you guys don't know what we're talking about. Do a little research about it, and then you'll know exactly.
They know.
They are.
They know. But
Some might not.
the thing that was weird, and Terrible Terror podcast actually mentioned this on our Twitter when we posted about it. Shout out, little buddy.
We're doing a lot of shout outs to some
I don't
great
give a
fucking
shit.
podcasts today, and I like
We
it.
help each other out, man.
I like it.
But Terrible Terror podcast, if you guys haven't checked them out, or checked him out, I should say, you should check him out. He watches a lot of really bad movies, and he's really good at describing the entire movie and making fun of it if
Good
he
on
doesn't
you,
like
man.
it.
Good on you.
Yeah, we're bad at it.
It's all hard for me.
Yeah. It's easy when we like it, right?
It is easy when you like it.
But he was like, isn't it a little weird that we haven't even seen a trailer for it and it's coming out in a month?
So, it's on point.
And I was like, yeah, that's a bad sign.
So on point. Like, that's fucking frightening.
I think it's probably not gonna do as well as they did. And how many years it's been hung up?
It's a while.
They were gonna do Cathedral in this other one, and then they rewrote a new script. And this one's supposed to be like taking place between the first and the second one or something like that.
What?
And it's like, I can't remember the exact years, but Jeepers Creeper comes out every 29 years or something like that. And it's like, well, why the fuck would that be interesting if he is not alive?
Right.
Like, even in the second one at the top, in the second movie, they had the fucking Jeepers Creepers guy up on the fucking wall, and he's like a fucking mummified piece of shit. Oh, piece of shit.
Piece of hiccup shit.
But it's like, why would I give a fuck about a dead, dried up piece of fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what are you guys trying to do? So I have mixed feelings about what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'll totally watch it for free. No problem.
For free. I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah, because I
Don't get
feel
me
bad.
wrong.
I don't want to be Mr. Diddlefingers supporter.
I don't support diddle fingers.
But anyway, guys, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in all of our social media, Horror Amino, Horror Society Amino, anywhere that you can find us on SoundCloud. Big shout out, by the way, to Cast Crunch. We just started up. I've been talking to this guy named Dan on Cast Crunch. He's a super fucking cool guy. I think it's a guy. I hope I'm not being,
Hi, Dan.
presumptuous.
Lady Dan, man Dan, whatever.
Dan Lee,
the
I
lady
think your
man.
name is, but
We're
he's
going
been
with
super
that.
fucking cool. I've met a lot of really cool other podcasts who are on there, so big shout out if you're on castcrunch.com. We greatly appreciate your support, and the people that work there, if you're on a podcast, check them out. Mm-hmm. Books.
Do it.
But that's it for the news! All right, guys, so we're going to be doing our full moon roulette.
Oh, I'm like, now
You say things now.
Roulette! Is that what I'm doing?
Roulette! Yeah, but guys, if you want to check this out, we'll explain how it works. We got a brand new toy for this segment.
You say things now.
Yeah. I say things wrong. But hang in there, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and we're here to do some fucking full moon roulette.
Roulette.
That's right. We're going to be picking movies. We've picked movies, I should say, from our Full Moon Direct catalog that you can get off at Amazon.com. And we are not sponsored by them, but we're letting you know about it in case you want to check out Full Moon. They got a lot of movies that you can subscribe to, or if you just don't even want to fucking deal with Amazon, you can actually just go straight to their website at Full Moon and pick up on the Direct, Full Moon Direct. But this last week, we got to pick, we spun.
We did our see and say, speak and spell.
Speak and spell,
fucking ghetto-ass shenanigans of roulettism.
We've upgraded. We did upgrade, guys.
Big time. It's excellent.
Yeah,
I love it.
Christina,
Thanks, Christina.
Yeah, you're amazing. She is the best fucking supporter of this show. Yes. Like, she comes up with so many great ideas. But we'll explain what the new toy is at the end of this segment. But for now, last week when we spun, we picked
Hideous
from 1997.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and jump into that right now. So, the story of Hideous from 1997. And this is weird because I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. I never got the fact that this guy was part of this other thing. So, here's what the story says via IMDb. A group of rival collectors of severely deformed, freakish human beings and FBI agents that are investigating them must battle against some of their collections, which aren't as dead as they seem.
Was he FBI?
Right. Did that guy not seem like a beat cop or some sort of
private investigator?
That's what I thought.
She hired his ass for $160 an hour.
That's what I don't understand about this shit.
They mentioned it about 100 million fucking times, and he's like $160 an hour or whatever. That's a straight up private investigator.
That's what I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense.
Shenanigans. There's no fucking FBI involved in this shit.
That's what I was confused, and I tried to find any other fucking description, and that's what they put in there. So apparently Full Moon wants that.
That's what they maybe were trying to go for, but that's not what they did.
That guy seems like a fucking...
He's a private investigator. That's a PI.
Yeah, it is.
All day,
He doesn't even carry a gun.
He don't give a fuck.
Anyway, director is Charles Band, who is also the producer of Full Moon, and he was also in Empire. He ran Empire for quite a while. We've talked about him last Monday for our Seed People, but this movie was written by Neil Marshall Stevens, who also goes by Brad Stevens, I think. But he wrote 13 Ghosts.
Sorry.
Hellraiser Deader. He did 4 episodes of Monsters back in the 80s and 90s. He also wrote Head of the Family, Witch House, Totem, Curse of the Puppet Master, and he's also a director. He's actually done a couple of movies, 2 movies, and ones that I have not seen, but he is a director. So
there we go. He's done it.
The cast is Michael Citroniti, who plays Dr. Lorca. He's been in Cemetery High, Galactic Gigolo, and Demonic Toys 2, which was not so great.
No.
It was really bad. Demonic Toys is so much better.
So much better.
Also, Rhonda Griffin's in this. She plays Alvina Shaw. She's the secretary, and she's the stupidest fucking character I've ever seen.
Yeah. Ugh. She's so fucking
It's
irritating.
funny, though. Like,
no, she's absolute comedic relief.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand her point and her role in this movie, but I couldn't help the whole time just be completely fucking aggravated with her.
She's really stupid.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, no one's that fucking dumb. I've met a lot of dumb fucking people, but nobody is that fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's stereotypical stupid.
That's a stereotypical blonde dumb. And like, no one is that stupid.
And she's actually been in a couple of movies. She was not in a lot of big ones, but one of the ones that she was in was called Creeps, which got changed to the name Deformed Monsters. She was okay in the movie. There was Mel Johnson Jr., who played Napoleon Lazar, who I always remember in the original Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the guy with the weird, fucked up alien arm, because it was like a crossbreed on Mars at, what was it called? What was the name of the bar? I can't think of the name of the bar. God damn it. But he was in a few other TV shows like The Monsters Today, which is like a reboot of The Monsters in 1991. But it was pretty bad, I guess, because I don't remember anything about it. Also, Jacqueline Lovo, she plays Sheila. She was in Lolita 2000, Famalian, Head of the Family. She's also directed a few things, too. A couple episodes of a TV show, apparently. It was a very independent... It was like 4 episodes of it.
I just know that girl is a straight-up Skinamax actress.
Oh, she is. She was...
All day.
Did you know that she was actually 1995's #1 nude model?
I believe it. You see them titties, though?
Yeah, she's got the natural 80s titties.
They're good titties. Good 80s titties. Or 1997 titties.
But yeah, guys, if you're looking for some porn star action, she's actually done straight up porn. But a lot of what she's done is kind of like a Skinamax, what they used to call back in the 90s, Skinamax, which is like intended sex scenes. They're not real sex scenes.
It's
They're
implied.
Just, yeah, it's implied. But she does almost everything in movies, too. She's done, like, set decoration, like, everythme. What do you think? You said you liked this, so...
I did. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than Seed People, which we did last week.
Blasphemous.
Me, I don't think I'm blasphemous. I feel like the story was a little bit more easy to follow this time around. It was pretty much straight to the point and just kind of like... I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of, like, branching outward creativity for the story, like...
Flowed better, though?
It did flow better, and it kept my interest from start to finish.
Okay.
Like, there were some parts where I went a little bit like, oh, come on, you know? But it was a lot better for me than Seed People, because Seed People was like way over here.
Fair
most
enough.
of the time. However, the entire time, I couldn't help but thinking as I watched this movie that this was straight up written to be a fucking porn.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would have been better if it was a porn. And they, like, kind of went that route a little bit with some of the scenes that they did and some of the imagery that they did. And I felt like they chicken shitted out a bit and, like, didn't just fucking go for it. And I feel like this movie would have been a million times more interesting if they just would have made it a straight up porn, whether it was porn or like a Skinamax
intended
porn.
sex.
It was so intended. And I mean, it was, if you've watched porn, which most of you have, or even just like a Skinamax
for all
porno,
our Christian listeners, go check it out.
This is so written to be a porn. Everything about it. Like, first of all, this bitch is sitting on the fucking table the entire time. Like, and I love the little quote, like the little quip he has at the end of like, I don't have any tables for you to sit on or whatever. Like, cracks me the fuck up. But I mean, that's a porn. She's wearing this stupid fucking like vest the entire time that barely covers her nipples, and then when she hijacks this dude, she's naked except for like hot pants
and a gorilla mask.
Gun and a gorilla mask, and I'm like, this is a fucking porno. Like, just let it be a fucking porno.
Yeah, it's like they cut out all the good parts.
They did. They cut out all the sex, and it's like if they would have just like let them fuck, it would have been so much better.
I'll be honest, like, I really thought, what's his name? Napoleon Lazar was going to get down with the fucking gorilla mask girl for a second.
So did I. That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole time, it just leads up into this, like, they're gonna fuck in the woods while he's handcuffed to a tree, and she's wearing a gorilla mask with hot pants in the snow. Like, and they don't do it, and I'm like, they should have just fucked. Like, it would have been so much better.
It should have started out with a blowjob, because it seemed like that
It always needs to start out with a blowjob.
Well, it's that old style, you know.
It always starts out with a blowjob.
Does it?
Like, in every like Skinamax movie, it mostly always starts out with a blowjob or some girl on girl shit.
I've seen
time.
Like any porn that I've seen recently, and I really honestly don't watch.
I love porn,
like
so.
any, but like it's like now they go down on the girl first.
Sometimes.
Maybe it was like...
They've kind of switched it up in the recent age. But back in...
Sorry, I haven't kept up with my porn
back
lately.
in the 90s, Alex, like when this was made...
Oh, it was all dick sucking.
It would have been straight up dick sucking and very minimal lady sucking. Yeah. So...
Well, this could have been on the cusp of the...
it would have been equally shared.
The vagina licking revolution.
It would have been equally shared fucking DJ joystick sucking and DJ diddling. So it would have been like in that equal share moment, but it would have started out with the DJ dick sucking.
Maybe they just 69 and we'll call it even.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't care. They
Fair
should have
enough.
fucked is my point. They should have fucked the entire time off and on. It would have been so much better.
Equality!
Equality! Equality for all! Not just dick sucking, I need clit sucking too. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking great.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
I had fun with this movie.
Okay.
Plain and simple. I had fun watching it. I really loved the creatures and the little puppets. Like they had, one of them totally looked like a Pokemon to me the whole time.
They all kind of reminded me of something.
The whole time. The one in particular, like the kind of like porcupine.
Oh, yeah,
one,
yeah,
that
yeah.
looked straight up like a combination of like 8 Pokemon. And it cracked me the fuck up, but I liked it. Like, they were fun, they were kind of cute, but they were creepy cute. But I mean, as a avid wet specimen collector that I am, like, this movie probably piqued my interest a little more than it did yours, because I collect a lot of weird shit like that.
Fair enough.
And so I was like, oh, this is totally cool. Like, it's 2 avid fucking collectors, like, going at each other, and this is super fun. Like, it was a cool concept that I hadn't seen done, and so it was interesting to me. And
Okay.
I liked it. It was kind of it was a original kind of idea.
Okay.
It wasn't executed all that well, and it should have been a fucking porn, but it was still pretty good.
I feel it's a movie. It's definitely a movie, guys.
It's definitely a movie.
It's essentially, in my opinion, just a movie about deformed, resurrected babies. Pretty much. Seemingly, they seem nice at first until they get pissed, and then the creatures start to kill in weird ways.
Sort of.
Not like by their own hand, by like traps
Trickery.
and shit.
Trickery.
Yeah.
Straight up trickery. Tomfoolery.
But they're like really kind of slimy and kind of interesting and cool. Like I thought the character design was really interesting. They were all very unique.
The puppetry is fantastic.
Sure.
Like, it's really, really great. And like, when you look at it and you kind of break it down individually by each character, it's really cool to see the different aspects and the different elements that they added to each individual creature or
Sure.
baby or human, whatever the fuck they're trying to do with this shit. Like, it's
They were
really
all different
cool.
enough.
And they were very consistent.
Sure.
In how they portrayed them to be. And I don't know, it was really, really cool. They were kind of human-esque yet creature-esque, but they still had this personality behind them to where
Right.
that you could actually relate to these little creatures.
I feel like I kind of wish they were just like ravenous, like beasts. Like instead of these like babies.
I absolutely agree with that, actually. Like, I felt like they could have been a lot more cold-blooded, and they could have been a lot more, evil.
Yeah, it felt like the whole reason that they were like nice was just so that these actors could piss out some like shitty piss water dialogue, in my opinion. Like,
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I thought it was funny. I mean, I liked how the leader of the head odd deformity sort of creature that they find, this
Two-headed baby.
golden gem, this like needle in a haystack fucking deformity. I like how he kind of like whispers to the bunch. He's like, and it was like kind of creepy. Like
That's exactly what he said.
yeah, what I said, if you guys don't know weird deformed head baby resurrected things, I said, hey, man, what's up? I really like this movie, and I think you should watch it, too. But I just wanted to translate that for you guys and dead baby resurrected deformed baby thing.
I had so much fun with this. I don't know.
The secretary, in my opinion, was, like, painfully stupid.
Yes.
But it's painfully stupid in a kind of funny way. Like, you expect it. It's like kind of, it's nothing new.
She was needed.
She was a very big trope.
She was needed.
I think so.
She kind of was. And
Like, some of the best humor was
What?
making fun of her.
Why are you always yelling at me? Like, I can't. Like, I don't know. She was kind of necessary at that point. She was a little bit of a reprieve that everyone needed, because like everybody else had very strong personas about them in their own ways.
Yeah, they had a good character.
But they were all strong, independent characters.
Right.
Whereas she was just she's straight up comedic relief.
Right. Well, they all kind of are.
They all kind of are, but that was her sole purpose. Her, and then like the FBI, or I take that back. He's not FBI. The
Yeah,
PI.
that's what I'm saying.
The fucking PI that they hired, or she hired, Belinda hired, or whatever. Like, he was kind of comedic relief in a way too, but it was more so the secretary. Like,
And to give you guys kind of an idea how the story goes, the movie opens up to a bunch of sewage guys working who are essentially have like netting sticks where they clean the drainage out, and every now and then they'll find some weird fleshy oddity, and then that guy takes it to this other character, this other actor who is this character in the movie who sells this to rich like collectors of deformities, and both of them are fighting over this needle in a haystack deformity, and this needle in a haystack deformity has the power to resurrect other deformities, and so ensues weird baby slimy resurrected baby
weird little
kills.
Tentacles
Yeah,
to like and then like bring all the puppet master babies to life.
it's like I only remember the 3. I remember the big head one. Oh, that's right.
4.
There's the one that has the head in his chest. He's got like
the teeth. He has the human teeth.
Does he?
There's the one that has the human teeth.
He has no neck.
Eyes
It's
with
just
no
a
neck.
chest.
He
Yeah.
looks kind of like Crumb from Our Real Monsters.
Or from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
Yes.
But with like cool show. Oh no, you're right.
He looks like Crumb.
Is that the red-haired fucking cartoon character from Bugs Bunny?
Yosemite Sam.
No, there was like this monster that was.
Oh yeah. No.
Do you know what
No,
I'm
I know
talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Kind of
exactly
looks
what you're
like
talking
that,
about.
but
I know
like
exactly what you're talking
fleshy.
about. Right. No, he's just like a super fleshy. Like he just got the 2 little beady eyes, and then he had the human bottom row
Of teeth.
So there's that one.
Then
There's
there's
the one
the
that looks
porcupine.
like porcupine. Looks like 8 Pokemon joined together.
Right.
And then there's
Sonic the Dredgehog.
Sonic the Dredgehog. It's perfect. And then there's the little he looks like a fucking the Stretch Armstrong.
Man.
He looks like a Stretch Armstrong doll.
Kinda like a strongman Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, but like a derpy strongman Stretch
Right.
Armstrong, but like he's the most human
Right.
out of the 4. And then there's the leader, which is like the 2-headed.
He's just a big head.
He's a 2-headed baby.
Is it 2 heads?
Yes, he has one on top and one on the bottom. He's got 4 eyes.
Okay.
And he's kind of like the 2-headed Siamese twin where they're conjoined by the skull.
Okay.
And one's on top.
It's kind of hard to see these things, by the way, guys, because they have so many close-up shots on them.
But they're all in like deep fucking shadow, and it pisses me off because it's like they're fun puppets, and they did the full-on puppetry for it, and they made these characters, and they keep showing them in shadow most of the time, and it pisses me off.
I don't know, like the story is pretty.
It's basic as fuck.
Yeah, it's really basic, but it's like it's almost like how do we finish this movie?
No, they struggled.
I'm sorry, like I'm not
I'm
saying I hate it. I'm just saying like I don't know.
You're not wrong. They reached for a lot of fucking straws
It's
with this film. Like,
yeah, it's
don't
really
get me
bad.
wrong. The story is fucking like it starts out kind of original, kind of cool, a little bit different, but they're grabbing at straws.
Well,
towards
it's
the
not
end
the
there.
worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh fuck no.
For creatures, little creatures, and things like that, I definitely don't think it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun watching it, and to me, it was a whole lot more interesting than the rolling fucking shit down the hill that was Seed People. So,
I still like that movie, man.
Seed People is fun in its own right.
Don't
but
shit on my Seed People.
I'm gonna shit all over your fucking Seed People all day long.
Do you have any closing thoughts on the matter that you can say? Not disclosing your favorite scenes or anything, but just overall, maybe some criticisms that you feel like they could have done better, maybe?
It's kind of been already stated in the fact of what I think they could have done better if they would have just made this into a straight up fucking porn. I would have been more interested.
I think what have really benefited the storyline is if they had someone that wasn't 8 years old writing it. I'm just kidding. I'm totally being a dick. No, I still think it's a fun movie.
It's fun as fuck. Like, watch it.
If you're just looking for straight up cheese and you just want to see something you haven't seen, there is some actual comic beat, and then like there's some funny comic moments.
A lot of reprieve.
To be honest, out of all the characters that I saw, the only one that I actually really liked, I still thought was annoying, was the fucking the private investigator, the PI.
He was funny.
Yeah, like, and he's actually the hero, which you would have never guessed.
Oh, I saw that ending from the fucking beginning.
Really?
I felt like they led up to that.
Well, he's kind of the like what the fuck is going on? Point out the obvious, kind of like the only one that's kind of has a clue.
Right. He's the only one that makes any sense and understands, and he's the most relatable. Of all
he's
the
just
characters.
like, how do we get out of this situation?
Yeah. It was, I don't know, it was fun. He was the most intelligent.
One thing that I really didn't like about this movie is how it ended, and I'm not going to describe the ending yet, but it just kind of ends like abruptly, like,
It
oh,
does.
it was that easy?
Well, they're trying to end it on a cliffhanger-esque to maybe lead into the fact that there's going to be more than one.
Let's get into our favorite scenes, and then we'll break down the end.
Give me your favorite scene first.
I have a couple that I wrote down. I wouldn't say that they're my favorite, but one of the parts that I actually had a laugh, like a genuine laugh, is the main guy, Dr. Lorca. He's kind of like it's basically everybody's trapped in his castle because he invites everybody over to the dealer who sells the deformity, the guy who bought the deformity illegally through her, and he was supposed to get it, and like this PI guy and this other girl and all this other shit. But it's his house. And he's like explaining to them because they're like trying to talk to him like he's a piece of shit for how he is. And he's like, hey, you know what? I'm just a guy that likes to collect weird deformities. Just like this other guy, Lazarus, also likes to collect this. She, the dealer, is in for it for the money. And he's like, and Mrs. Shaw, the secretary, she's in it maybe for bingo. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? He's like, he's being sarcastic. And she's like, that's not nice. Like, that part kind of made me laugh. Just, she's into bingo because she is kind of airheady.
She's super airheady.
She's stupid.
A fucking idiot.
What about you?
I really like the scene where the Stretch Armstrong creature or whatever, like, sucks on the chick's nipple.
Oh, yes. That was another one of mine. Yeah.
So uncomfortable.
Suckling.
Like, you're so fucking uncomfortable the whole time, but then, like, you're also like, this is great. This is so great.
Right, yeah.
This is so great. Like,
yeah, it's really uncomfortable and weird. She's, like, passed out on the bed.
She's a fucking deep sleeper, man. Like, she's a deep-ass sleeper. Like, I don't know. Like, as soon as someone starts sucking on my fucking nipple, I'm gonna wake the fuck up.
I'm gonna be like, what is going on?
And I'm a deep fucking sleeper, but if I feel a fucking tongue on my nipple, I'm awake.
Right, the little strong man Stretch
go.
Armstrong creature is sucking on her nip.
Oh, and he's sucking on that nip for a long time. It's not just like a little tiny suckle. It's just like all fucking night long. And he's just going and going and going and going. And I'm like, bitch, wake the fuck up.
Well, you know what I liked about her, though? Like, when that scene happened, though, is like she freaked out and panicked and then starts to run to... Okay, like, let me just paint the picture for you guys, okay? So she runs down a hall. There's nowhere to go but left or right, but she decides to run straight forward where it's a second story and there's no stairs there, but she trips over a wire that happens to be right at the ledge.
No, she runs upstairs.
Does she?
Yes, she runs up the fucking stairs instead of, like, going out around wherever the fuck she needs to go. She runs up the fucking stairs, and then she ends up in that spot, and then she runs straight where there's this, like, empty fucking void.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where
She's, like, on the second floor.
Trips on the fucking wire.
Yeah, and they, like, they show the little
stupid.
creatures, like, setting up the wire, and then you show them setting, like, glass down. You don't even know what they're doing at first until,
No, because it was like 20, 30 minutes prior to that scene.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
It was a weird setup, because you're like, what the fuck are they even doing?
Right, and then she trips over it, and she falls onto these broken glass, and she dies. So it's pretty stupid.
Well, she falls like 2 stories onto this broken glass.
Right.
And it's a stone castle. Like, she's gonna fucking die.
And then the little strong man, Stretch Armstrong character is all crying.
He's all sad.
He's like, I sucked on your nip.
Loved her nipple.
You had sweet succulent
That
nips.
was a great honey-flavored nip.
One of my other ones that I thought was kind of funny was the knocking scene where the creatures were like knocking to talk to them. Because like at one point in the movie, there's all these other people who are locked in the room. The guy who owns the house and his assistant, who's this naked chick with a vest on, pretty much. They lock all these people in a room, and they hear these like creatures out there, and they knock on the door, and he's like, who's out there? He was like, knock twice if you hear me. And it's like, knock, knock. And they do it 20 times. Every question they ask them, and they don't understand why they're not able to speak, but they just keep knocking. And then when they open the door, they see all these like freaks, and they all panic except for the one guy who's the collector, and he's like, I'll pay you $1 million if you help me collect it. And she's like, I'll do it for $2 million.
Well, the blonde girl is the first one to say that she'll do it.
Right.
And then Belinda Yost, which is like the seller of all the shit, she's like, I'll do it for $2 million.
$2 million.
If she's getting $1 million, like, I'm at least worth 2 or
He's
whatever
like,
the fuck her
done.
rationale is. He's like, done. Like, he's like so into it, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
And these creatures are like really kind and gentle to them at this point in
2
time.
seconds later, oh, my ass!
Yeah. And they try to like wrap a rug around it, and then they get all violent. They get all pissed. Like, fuck you, Mom.
The creatures were like all super, they're into it. They're going to work with them. They're going to help them. They'll help them. I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of situation. And then like they try to wrap a fucking aerial rug around them to like kidnap them or whatever. And they're talking about millions upon millions of dollars. And then fucking Porcupine is all, nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, my ass. And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
That's right. The fucking the blonde secretary chick falls on it, right?
No, it's Belinda Yost, the seller.
Oh, you're right, because he's pulling the point.
He's pulling them out of her ass like, later on, and
the other
she doesn't wear any
collector.
Underwear, so
They have like a
the
moment.
secretary has so beautifully pointed out, she doesn't wear any panties. She fucks random men on her fucking in her office on her desk, and she doesn't wear any panties. Well, that's my kind of lady.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do you have another scene?
I thoroughly, I'll be honest, like I kind of enjoyed this movie from start to finish.
Really?
But my favorite scene was the one I already talked about.
Okay.
So it was cool. It was fun. I liked it.
Now we can get into the end scene, because there's like a scene that is kind of so stupid it's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. It's like the two collectors have a sword fight.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the agent comes in and drops them both into the pit of acid. There's a pit of fucking acid. Like, what? So they fall in, but the guy who owns the house is like, she's trying to save him for some reason, even though she's the reason that they fell through. And then she's like trying to help him, and then the creature somehow stabs him. Makes no sense why the creature's in there, how it stabs him. It stabs him in the leg, and then the motherfucker falls into the acid, and then she sees all the creatures coming, and she's like, come to mama, do you want some milk, or what do you want?
She tries to trick them with something that she throws into the pit of acid or whatever, and then like they don't come at it right away, so then she wraps this blanket, rug, or towel, or what the fuck ever, like around them, and pulls them all into this fucking pit.
Well, she seduces them as a motherly figure.
She does.
Yeah.
She absolutely does. And then she tries to get them with whatever she throws into it.
But it's so blatantly fucking...
It's just weird.
It's like all of a sudden it's like, come to mama, come, do you want some milk or whatever the fuck?
Here's my 1980s nipples.
Here's my, come see mama, come give some love.
Yeah.
And then she just sweeps him in, and it's the end of the movie. And then they're like, the only people that are surviving is the fucking private investigator who has like a New York accent.
And her.
And she's like, well, I guess I'm going to be putting my name in the fucking want ads now. And she was like, unless you have somebody that wants a job, I've been known to get rather close to my employers. And then he's like, oh, really? All right. And they drive off. That's it.
No, but the creatures in the trunk.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The creatures are in the fucking trunk. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how it leads into the fact that you think it's going to be a sequel, or they're going to do something with it.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. But apparently, as they keep driving down the fucking road, they show the creature with the 2 heads and at least one of the other ones. I'm pretty sure all 4 of them are there, because they show the ladder that they built that's on the inside of like the pit.
I do remember
that. They supposedly get dropped into, right? But at the end, I don't remember if they show all of the creatures. Yeah, it was all
pencils
but they
and
show
twine.
Pencils and twine, right. I don't remember them specifically showing all of the creatures, but I remember the 2-headed baby one, which was the one they pulled out in the beginning of the movie. And then another one of them in particular. For sure, there's at least 2 of them in the trunk of the car.
Okay.
and they show that shit.
Sequel.
And then you're like, oh my God, they're going to keep fucking going. And that's how it ends.
And it never did keep going, guys.
No.
Just so you know.
If they made any sequels, they fell super fucking far under the radar.
Yeah.
I haven't seen shit about it.
I don't think there was enough that really happened. I think the whole love interest thing where Mama, Baba,
just
baby.
dwindled the fuck out.
Yeah, I think it just killed it.
That flame burned out.
I think
real quick.
if these creatures would have been like violent, like attacking creatures, then this movie would have been like 10 times more interesting.
I agree to that extent. Like I wanted them to be more violent and more vicious and more evil, and they kind of were just like fighting back in a way instead of fighting for themselves. And so I was like, meh.
Yeah, it was.
But it was still fun. I don't care. I had fun with this movie.
I mean, I enjoy them. I mean, it's a full moon movie, so you kind of know that you're going to expect some bit of cheese.
Some bit.
Yeah, but I still think it's more of like a 3 or a 4 for me, whereas See People was like a 5.
Sorry. This one to me is like a 5 and See People's like a 3.
You said 3.5, damn it.
I did not say 3.5.
Yeah, you did, because
Did I really?
said 4.
Did I say 3.5?
I said 4, and I was like, we have to go halfway, so it's like a 3.75.
No, fuck off. Then I'm giving this movie a 6.
Okay. You would watch it again?
I would
sure?
watch it again. It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. The whole time I'm going to be going, like in the background. However,
just rub one of those greasy babies.
I'm going to rub a big old greasy baby out.
Yeah, rub it on your jum-diddly-umptious.
But I had more fun with this film than See People. Like, See People was really, really fucking difficult for me to sit through.
It is a little disjointed. I will give it that.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
At least this movie, from start to finish, told the same kind of consistent story.
Right.
So it was a lot easier to follow for people that have a little bit of a fucking touch of AD or ADHD or whatever.
I think I expected more. Well, I had seen it before too, though.
I was about See People, though. I was super fucking stoked about See People, and then we get into it, and I'm like, this is so boring.
Well, and that's what we're going to have to figure out right now for next week. Although, I think it's just Patrick next week on Monday for the full moon.
Patrick's going to do it, yeah. Next week.
Brittany will be here for the flesh and potatoes. So
I'm spinning the wheel.
So, guys, like we said earlier on, we did come up with Christina found
so cute.
Awesome toy that has 8 slots on it, and it's kind of like a magic 8 ball with like a skull, and you push a button. It's pretty much a Halloween toy, just for fun. Do you want to do the honors?
I do.
So, guys, we're going to go ahead and spin for the next Full Moon Roulette right now.
Full Moon Roulette. Are you ready?
With the brand new toy. Thank you, Christina.
What's the question?
Where am I going to be a winner?
Others can't help you now.
So I do it myself. All right, I get it.
Number 5.
Well, it looks like we're going to be watching. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Bad Channels.
Bad Channels!
Woo! So, guys, we will be watching Bad Channels.
You and Patrick.
Yeah, me and Patrick will be watching Bad Channels.
I'm sure I'll watch it too.
You should watch it.
I'm going to.
You should. I want to hear your opinion about it at least.
I'll watch it.
Patrick's going to be coming over like ultra early while Brittany's at work so that we can record the first part. So he's going to be coming over, and then we're going to do Bad Channels. And then after that, we're going to be talking about... We don't even know what we're talking about yet.
We don't. We haven't picked our movies.
We haven't picked our movies. So it's going to be movies from the 90s. I don't know what yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, man, it was an awesome episode, man.
Yeah.
This is a good episode.
You're a good episode.
I feel it. But yeah, guys, so Thursday we will be back for you. We're going to be talking about a couple of new movies here for this week. Now, the Full Moon Roulette will be on Monday, obviously. So please do check back for that. But this Thursday, we're going to be talking about 2 fucking amazing movies, guys.
What are we calling this episode?
Oh, God. Yeah,
We're calling it What in the Sam Neill?
So we did Rutger Hauer last week, so we figured since we're watching 2 movies with Sam Neill in it, we might as well call it What in the Sam Neill?
What in the Sam Neill?
Question mark. We're going to be watching Event Horizon and In the Mouth of Madness, 2 90s movies that I would not feel okay with missing on our first run around for the 90s month. You know what I mean?
It's kind of perfect because it's one of your favorite movies and one of my favorite movies.
Right, and Event Horizon came out this year. at this time on
August 15th,
August
1997.
15th. Yeah. So
Well, it's officially 20 years old?
will be 97. 20 years old, you're right. Well, I was thinking 87.
August 15th, 1997. It is officially August 15th, 1997. It's officially 20 years old.
Nice. Well, congratulations to Event Horizon
Woo-woo!
for tantalizing my taint and licking my love spots mentally.
Is it mentally?
I don't know. I'm just speaking off the
Or is it
top of my
physically?
head.
Yeah.
I'm drunk, all right? Fuck off. Anyway, guys, tune back on this Thursday, for that episode of What in the Sam Neill?
What in the Sam Neill?
But we'll see you guys then.
Stay weird, monsters.
Listening to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. Tune in this Thursday for part 2 of What in the Sam Neill.